Hello, welcome back. So, we will now meet Vivienne the Fair, the first enchanter of Mortismard. Sure. I'm confused, might as well do more. Ooh, the giant spider. Vivienne the Fair. Sixon, Sapoton.
Master Adar of the Inquisition.
You did not address me with the proper titles, peasant.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Oh.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Is that so?
Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I was chosen by Andraste herself to carry out the Maker's will.
You dare to speak of the Maker's will, with foul magic dripping from your hands. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
Come at me, bro. Oh,
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is
I like those horns.
intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear?
I
My
don't
lord,
know.
you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Well, he has wounded my pride.
He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests. Someone be a dear and clean this mess
I
up.
wanted to see if she would do
We
it.
can't have him cluttering up the dance floor. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
She did. Stellar performance. But he did insult
Allow
my
me to
honor.
introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard, and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Can you get away with killing a nobleman like that?
He attempted to draw his weapon, unprovoked, in the presence of witnesses. Duels are not fought in the drawing room. By Chevalier code, his life was forfeit from the moment his hand fell to his hilt.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles.
It is.
Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own.
Well, she has her views.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages.
Oh.
To the people, I support any effort to restore such order.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Good attitude. Why does that keep coming back? Please fix your code, BioWare. Come
Are you
on now.
devout?
Infinite
What's
loot
your
much.
opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
I think it will. Business or pleasure, yeah.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I am a little, curious about her thoughts on the mages. It sounds a little... But what can we do about that? Perhaps we can change her mind. The circles were flawed. But I am not against teaching mages having proper guidance to mages so that they don't get infested by demon filth and raw astral planar power. Whichever. Ah, Cullen! I need to see these horses. Okay, that looks cool. Best of breed, clad in the barding of a master. Mount and armor are tailored for each other. One of a kind, and it knows it. Well, it's not a Dracolisk. A great stag of impeccable health and ability. Such mounts are a triumph of breeding and careful training. A proud charger made strange by fate, whether possessed of a spirit or whatever makes horses run, It yet wants to serve. I'm gonna have to see this. No, I can't see it? Okay. A bog unicorn. What the hell? Yeah. I think we'll go look at the table.
Still got demons pouring out of the rifts.
But I think we'll go to the war room. That is. And after that, I think we'll have a grand showdown with all the companions. We'll be like, hey, how you doing? You doing good? That's good.
I'm used to delivering children and helping old men through the winter. Seeing these injuries. It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
After the Divine's death, they're probably scrambling for allies.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Liliana,
There is
what is
one
it?
other matter.
Yeah.
Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it.
You were
2
with
days
the Grey
ago,
Warden.
my agents in the hinterlands heard
Actually,
news
a
of a
couple,
Grey Warden by
but-
the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if you can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Well, that explains that. They're really pushing the companions down my throat right now. Krem. Hello?
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
What can your Bull's Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts.
Oh,
Ask
did
around
he say
Valhalla.
Iron Bull?
We've got references. You lead a company yourself, right?
Okay.
So you know talk is cheap. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull? He's a Canary like you. He's big, he's got the horns and all of it. He leads from the front,
All of it?
pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Is that so? Well, Krem. Thank you for the information. Where was I going? Oh, right, the war room. And Mother Giselle.
I don't know if Apothecary Adon can get you that many healing drafts, revered mother.
Inquisition history. Huh.
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
Nothing.
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war in their minds, the death of... To that, at the breach. Farmers have fled their fields.
Do you have...
The refugee villagers in Crestwood. People are vanishing in the hills of... More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for...
Farewell.
Ah, okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. So it goes into a... Yeah, it goes into a double... investigation dialogue mode. Alright. Did I have agents out in the field?
We are garnering interest from the capital.
You're not pleased?
I am not convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of Val Royeaux.
The cult of Andraste. Ah, choosing the Templars will make it impossible to work with the mages. Okay. Oh, hang on. 101. That wasn't a lot. I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It is a large area to search, however. A memo from Josephine written on a note from Sarah. Know what ruins a party? Bees. I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe but angry. Stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled a jar of bees hitting someone in the face. Also a butt. We will...
To work?
Then we will get bounty hunters on it. Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero of Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped the dragon, one they believed to be Andraste reborn. Both the cultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build the temples of the sacred ashes. But there may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing their relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. This task is best left to a select few agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. I have just the ones in mind.
Let's see what we have.
So be it then. The confrontation with Mother Hevera in the Val Royeaux market had the desired effect. To a point, the Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as a divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be of benefit. And we'll get Josephine on that. Do. Boom.
Please tell me if you find something.
Well.
What may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail.
Okay, that was it?
Greetings.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Oh.
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
The game.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety.
He has, hasn't he?
He has the most fascinating stories.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however, I'm sure.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevada, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
I remember him in Dragon Age Origin.
Let's speak later.
And his approach was pretty simplistic.
What may I do for you?
We'll talk to her about this, then we'll wrap up, and then I expect the next episodes will encompass companion talking.
Tell me how you came to work for the Inquisition again.
I'd been considering leaving my post in Antigua
So,
for a new
fair
challenge
warning about
when
that.
Eliana recruited me. There's such unrest in Thales, and the Inquisition seems a promising method to stop it. It's to everyone's benefit if we prevent the Mage-Templar conflict from spreading further.
So, was it the prospect of stability that drew you here?
The full impact of the Mage Rebellion has yet to be felt, and that was before the death of the Divan. The violence must be curbed before we see it turn to full-scale war.
I can only imagine the bloodshed if it escalates further.
I'm afraid history holds many examples of what will happen if it does.
How do you and Liliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Orlais. I believe we actually met in Val Royeaux. Liliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
The game.
What exactly do you mean when you say, the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful of Orlais. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
What business are the Monteliers in, exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
But not anymore?
Ah, no. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador to Orlais. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilyet, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit to the Inquisition. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after we seal the breach?
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice.
A most holy order.
The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
As they say, Ordo Sinos, Ordo Malus, and Ordo Hereticus.
Tell me.
So
do
is
you
the
believe I was saved by
Inquisitor,
Andraste at the Temple of
an
Sacred
Inquisition
Ashes?
known.
I should much like to believe so, Your Worship. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. If it were truly her and the Fade who saved you... Well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
We missed one.
What may I do for you?
There we go.
What exactly does your job entail?
I meet with ambassadors from various factions and countries and cement alliances with them. We are a young cause. Diplomacy is essential to our credibility.
Then you speak for the Inquisition with these nobles.
I do. Someone must foster goodwill on our behalf, as well as prevent controversy as news of us spreads.
How heavily are our actions scrutinized?
Make no mistake. Every noble house, every throne, is waiting to see what the Inquisition does next. Many are willing to pledge support, if offers are made in just the right fashion. I intend to see that they are.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Well, very interesting. I'm still curious about that guest. I didn't know we had a guest from Denerim. Where's that guest? The Ghast. No, I can't discern him. Oh well. Yeah. So, next time after that, and maybe next time after that, we'll talk to companions. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and tune into the next.